everyone and Happy New Year! I hope this year will be full of joy, happiness and successes in all areas of your life. Today's video is kinda New Year related because in today's video we're gonna talk about my vision book. You probably heard about vision boards and bullet journals and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty much the same idea. And to be very honest, I don't even know if some of you guys wouldn't call this a bullet journal. I don't know. But I'm personally going to call this a vision book because I think it sounds more fun and dreamy than bullet journal. That's just a personal preference. It's up to you to call this however you want to call this. But personally, I don't know, I kind of feel like bullet journal has this I have to type of vibe to it. And I like vision book more because it sounds fun. So I didn't wait for the new year or the end of the year to start this. I kind of feel like you don't have to wait. There is no best moment to do that except when you're ready. I started mine in the middle of the year. I completed this progressively. You don't have to put pressure on your shoulders, in my personal opinion. Once again, it's up to you to see if you feel super inspired and all that kind of stuff. You can look for inspiring quotes and beautiful pics and all that kind of stuff. The first step to create that kind of vision book is to decide of the areas you want to talk about in this. And so in my case, I've opted for all the areas in my life. So as you can see, I've created these little cute things here to make it easier to see what kind of areas I want to see. For instance, if I want to see healthy life, here it is. It's so easy. I just do that and we are good to go. I organized it in a way that is, in my opinion, the most logical that I could think about, which is relationships first. So love relationship, family and friends. And then, because most of the time you're doing this with your friends, you have the hobbies. And because sometimes your hobbies consist of practicing a physical activity, I have sport here. And then we have healthy life because sport is good for your health. In this topic, I'm talking about things such as food, of course, drinking more, good sleep, all that kind of stuff. But I'm also talking about how I want to feel when it deals with my mindset. And so here we go on the self-development topic, because once again it has to deal with your well-being. And because self-development can be useful for your work, you'll find this topic here. And when you think about work, you think most of the time about the earnings that are here. And finally, I finished my vision book with my home, the place I want to live in. Once again, it's up to you to see how you want to organize your vision board. It's just an idea. So as I said, I've put a lot of pictures, inspiring quotes, even sometimes simply keywords. The main idea being you have to be motivated to consult, I think. Is it how you say that? This every day. And so it's up to you, but for me, adding colors and cute things like this cute tape here is helping a lot. As you can see, here is an example of the pictures and the inspiring quotes I have. One tip that I have for you that is personally what I think is the best. I don't know if many people think the same as me, but here we go. I highly recommend you to choose pictures that are personal or of something you remember or something you know do exist. You've seen it, you've lived it, it's part of your past, it's relationships that you've known, because it makes it more realistic and attainable for your brain. You do whatever you want, but in my personal case, I tried to use as many personal pics as I could, simply for that reason, and it helps me a lot. Pro tip? Maybe not, but tip. And I think we never talk too much about that, but be as precise as possible concerning your goals. The more numbers you add, the more precise you are, the easier it will be for your brain to know where you have to go. So it's not always easy, but honestly I think it's worth it. And this is a great opportunity for me to remind you that it's also very interesting to mention how you want to feel, because if you want to visualize your dream life, once again, the more informations you add to this visualization, the more chances you'll have to reach your goals. So good, nah? I mentioned earlier all the big categories here, but you can totally, and this is what I did in mine, you can totally divide all those categories in subcategories, such as, for instance, I'm thinking about this one, you know, the healthy life. So in this category, I'm talking about how I want my hair to look like, how I want my body to look like, how I want to eat, the fact that I need to drink more, how I want my sleep to be, how I want to feel emotionally talking, all that kind of stuff. And talking about my sleep, I think it could be interesting to describe the perfect routine that would help you reach your goals. So here is the pages concerning my sleep. So this is my goal here and here. And here you have a description of the routine I could implement to maximize the chance of me reaching that type of perfect sleep, if I can say so. All that kind of stuff to say. Once again, it's all about being as precise as possible and showing the road to follow. Maybe another idea of how you could organize your vision book. And finally, another tip that I really like, and this time we're at the end of the vision book. I've added this wheel here. So it's called my balance wheel, but I've seen that and I thought it was very interesting to add this at the end just in case. And also I highly recommend you to add a list of what I called my small victories. So I like to call this my small victories because we have plenty of different things to add in this, but since we're always expecting to do more, do something bigger, to deserve to put it in our victories list, I called it like this because like that it kind of justifies that I am putting all my victories in this. In this list, I highly recommend you to think about what was hard once in your life and that you managed to do. Even if now it sounds very simple to you, do not take that in count because first, it wasn't always that simple. And second point, I'm hearing a lot of people saying like, oh, so many people can do this, so why would I add this to my small victories list? Simply because not everyone can do that. Some people can do things that I can't do, and I can do things that some people are not daring to do for now. It's just, it was hard someday, and then it became easier because you overcame your fears and you did it. Got the idea? I don't know if I was clear in this explanation, but I hope I was. For instance, in my case, one of my small victories was to say stop to someone who wasn't very respectful towards me. It can sound so simple for many people, but for me, I was not daring to say that, and I was proud of myself for doing so, and I'm still proud of myself for doing so. So yeah, it can be pretty much anything that was hard for me at the beginning and then became easier. The big idea behind this list is to remind your brain that you are capable of so much more than you realize, and that what is hard today is going to be super easy in the future. It's a plus to add that kind of list in your vision book, and since we have a lot of pages, why not? Well, I think I've said everything that I needed to say. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it inspired you to create your own vision book, vision board, bullet journal, whatsoever. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're curious to see what my YouTube journey is gonna be like. I'm planning to do plenty of different things on this YouTube channel, so if you're curious and if you want to join me, you're more than welcome. And as always, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, everything, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!